Storm Tracker 6, this is Forecast First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
We are still holding on to dry conditions across mid-Michigan this afternoon. Notice that we still do have a couple of peaks of sunshine across the area, but as satellite and radar shows, there's still going to be an increase in cloud cover that we will experience as we go throughout the rest of the day. Temperature-wise, we're at 46 degrees here in Lansing and Ionia, 47 for our current temperature in places like St. John's and Owasso. We're still in the low 40s in places like Hillsdale and Adrian. Even with the increase in cloud cover today, temperatures still will be topping out in the low 50s. Enjoy this warm weather while you can, because we have a big cool down and several chances for precipitation to talk about. 6 News at Noon starts right now.
WMMS is here for you, celebrating 75 years of bringing you the news with 6 News at Noon.
Now at noon, U.S. and Ukrainian officials say they made important progress over the weekend in talks to end the war with Russia. It is our top story at noon. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Kirk Montgomery. President Trump is pushing for his 28-point plan to end the war, but it includes concessions Ukraine is not yet willing to accept, such as ceding its land to Russia. Natalie Brand is here for you now with the latest from Washington.
Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky calls it a critical moment after a weekend of negotiations with the U.S. on steps to end Russia's war on his country.
It is crucial to support the principles on which Europe stands, that borders cannot be changed by force, that war criminals must not escape justice, and that the aggressor must pay fully for the war he started.
In comments Monday, Zelensky indicated territory remains a sticking point. The U.S. and Ukraine say they're working to update the administration's original draft 28-point peace plan. That proposal called for Ukraine to give up territory, cap the size of its military, and swear off NATO membership. Critics say it included many of Moscow's longstanding demands.
It is essentially the wish list of the Russians.
CBS News has learned the White House is discussing plans to possibly bring Ukraine's president to the U.S. this week. Secretary of State Marco Rubio will be privately meeting with President Trump today after reporting progress in those weekend talks.
We're working through making some changes, some adjustments, in the hopes of furthering narrowing the differences and getting closer to something that both Ukraine and obviously the United States are very comfortable with.
A joint statement released by the administration following the U.S.-Ukrainian meeting said they reaffirmed any future agreement must fully uphold Ukraine's sovereignty. As fighting continues, Russia's military released video claiming to show the capture of 3 new Ukrainian villages along the Eastern Front. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
Police in Clinton Township are searching for a person of interest after they say a man was shot during a tree lighting event at a mall. The incident happened last night at Partridge Creek Mall after investigators say an argument between 2 men turned violent. One man was shot towards the end of the tree lighting ceremony. He was rushed to the hospital. His condition remains unknown. Police are now urging everyone in that area to be alert as they look for this person of interest, which they describe as a man wearing a green hooded sweatshirt with white flowers, jeans, and tennis shoes. And we have an important safety update. Baby play yards sold on Amazon by Anna Queen are now being recalled due to the risk of serious injury or death from suffocation and entrapment hazards. The Consumer Product Safety Commission says the play yards violate the mandatory standards for play yards, pointing out that infants can become entrapped under the mattress or between the side of the play yard and the mattress, posing a risk of serious injury or deadly suffocation. The model and production numbers are right there on your screen. If you have one, you should immediately stop using it and contact Anna Queen for a full refund. The annual Highfields Toy Drive is well underway now. It's a holiday tradition we here at 6 News very proud to be a part of. We're looking for new unwrapped toys, books, and clothing, and we'll take anything for babies through 18-year-olds. You can drop off your donation right here at WLNS TV studios in Lansing or at the participating Ford dealerships you see right there on your screen, and the toy drive runs through December 15th.
From Storm Tracker 6, this is Weather First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
It's going to be a pretty nice start to the work week across mid-Michigan. In fact, today is one of the only days this week where I have dry conditions and above average high temperatures in the forecast. So get outside and enjoy these warm temperatures while you still can, even though it is going to come along with a lot in the way of cloud cover. You'll notice on Precision Cast that cloud cover will continue to increase as we move throughout the rest of our Monday. We'll be mostly cloudy to cloudy by the time we get into this afternoon and evening. And then once we get past midnight tonight, area of low pressure will begin to approach the area, giving us the chance for a couple of scattered light sprinkles as we move throughout the day on Tuesday. Really just going to be of the nuisance variety. Most of our rainfall total should remain below ½ an inch across the area. And then just in time for our Wednesday, a second system will be approaching the area. Early Wednesday morning, temperatures still going to be fairly mild. In fact, early Wednesday, our temperature is likely going to be in the mid-40s across the region. So any precipitation that we see initially going to fall in the form of rain, but as this system begins to wrap some cooler temperatures into the region, we'll transition from rain over into snow at some point Wednesday afternoon and then deal with some lake effect snow showers Wednesday evening. That lake effect snow will remain in the forecast just in time for Thanksgiving Day on Thursday as well. In addition to all of this precipitation, we also do have some very gusty winds that we have to talk about. Notice early Wednesday morning, as that rain is initially beginning to fall, our winds will be gusting anywhere between 20, possibly as high as 40 miles per hour across the area. Isolated gusts closer to 45, 50 miles per hour, not completely out of the question Wednesday afternoon and evening. And then just in time for Thanksgiving Day, you'll notice we're still going to be dealing with those rather breezy conditions across the area. So with the combination of gusty winds, the chance for lake effect snow, and the cooler temperatures we have in the forecast, we are looking at some travel impacts across mid-Michigan. However, I do think they are going to be fairly minor for our area and for those on the east side of the state. Since this is going to be lake effect snow and not system snow, most of the travel impacts that we are going to see will be off to our west along the lakeshore, and then of course off to our north as well. Outside right now, we still have a lot of cloud cover in place across the area, but it's feeling rather nice. 46 degrees our current temperature in Lansing, feeling just a touch cooler thanks to those winds out of the south-southeast, currently at 9 miles per hour. Winds at 10 miles per hour in Jackson, dropping our feels like temperatures down to 41 degrees. Notice very similar situation with that dense cloud cover in Hillsdale. Your current and feels like temperature both sitting in the mid-40s, and our final stopover in St. John's currently sitting at 47 degrees. Again, today we will be above average, topping out near 52 degrees. We are still going to be in the low 50s tomorrow, but again, it comes along with that chance for rain. Early Wednesday morning, that's when we're going to see that high temperature of 44 degrees. We'll cool things down throughout the day as we start to mix in a couple of snowflakes across the area. More snow in the forecast just in time for Thanksgiving Day. Temperatures by then only making it up to the freezing mark for highs.
I'm just still trying to process all of this right now.
Yeah, we have a lot in the forecast here.
A lot going on, yeah. So Thanksgiving, we're thankful for a day like today.
Exactly, right? And just be mindful on the roads as you go to your destinations.
Absolutely. All right, thanks, Kendall. All right, Thanksgiving, as we said, almost here. And as you know, 6 News is kicking off another holiday tradition this year. We need your help. We're talking about Remarkable Women, an opportunity to recognize the women of mid-Michigan who make a difference for their families and for the community. So head to WLNS.com and look for the Remarkable Women icon. Click on it and then tell us all about the remarkable woman in your life. We will pick several women and profile them in March, which is Women's History Month. You have until December 19th to nominate.